Google's AI mode citations are the new page 1 rankings, and right now almost nobody is tracking them. Standard scrapers return empty containers on AI mode because the content streams in after page load, not in the initial HTML. In this video, we will build a working Playwright scraper that pulls AI mode responses. Before we write any code, let's get the environment ready. You'll need Python 3.8 or higher, Playwright, Chromium, and residential proxies. Install Playwright along with the Chromium browser using these two commands. For proxies, we're using Decodo residential proxies, which is what keeps Google from flagging your requests as automated. Head to the Decodo dashboard, grab a plan or start a free trial and copy your username, password, and server endpoint. You'll need those shortly.
Let's start with the imports. Sync Playwright is what controls the browser. That's the core of everything here. Random and time parts add realistic delays so the script doesn't behave like a bot, while JSON and datetime handle the output so we can save results cleanly. The next step is the config variables. These are the ones you need to update before running anything. Swap in your Decodo proxy credentials, set search query to whatever term you want to pull from AI mode, and leave headless as true if you want the browser to run in the background. Now, let's look at simulating human behavior. We define a helper function called generateHumanBehavior. What it does is simulate the kind of small random movements a real user makes. It moves the mouse to a random position and scrolls slightly in a random direction. We call this at a few points throughout the session because perfectly uniform and timed requests are one of the main signals that bot detection looks for. Let's move to the main scraping function. Scrape AI mode. It takes your search query as input and returns the extracted text of the AI response. The first thing it does is launch a Chromium browser instance. There's also a slow-mo setting that paces the browser, 50 milliseconds between each action, so it doesn't look like a machine rushing through the page. The second argument removes a common automation flag that Google's bot detection checks immediately. Finally, the proxy is configured at launch using a single proxy object. Here's how the script types the search query. Once the page loads, it needs to find the search box. And you'll see we're trying 3 different selectors in sequence. This is because Google updates its interface regularly, and a single selector can break without warning. Whichever one is visible first gets used. Then, the script types the query character by character with a small random delay between each keystroke to mimic how a real person types. After pressing enter, it waits 4 seconds for the results page to fully settle. Now, the script needs to click into AI mode itself. It looks for the AI mode tab in the navigation bar, specifically a span element containing the text AI mode. It waits up to 8 seconds for that tab to appear and clicks it. If it isn't there, because AI mode isn't available in your proxies region or the session got flagged, the script closes the browser and exits cleanly instead of crashing. This part of the code handles waiting for the AI response to actually generate. The script waits for the response container to appear in the DOM, but it doesn't extract the text immediately. It adds an extra 3-second buffer on top, and that's intentional. AI mode streams its response progressively, so the container can show up in the DOM before the content inside it has actually finished loading. Skipping that buffer means you'll get partial text or nothing at all. The last piece is saving the result to a JSON file. Save to JSON takes the query and the extracted text and passes it through clean response first. That function replaces tab characters with a readable pipe divider and strips any empty lines. Once the text is clean, everything gets written to a JSON file, the original query, an ISO timestamp, and the cleaned response. If you don't pass a file name, it auto-generates one from the timestamp.
You can copy the full code from the blog post linked down below.
Save it as a Python file and run it. Response will be printed to the terminal and saved as a JSON file.
So that's a full Playwright scraper for Google AI mode. The key things to remember. The content is JavaScript-rendered and streams in progressively, so you need a real browser and a proper wait strategy. Residential proxies are essential. Data center IPs get flagged quickly. And expect selectors to break occasionally because Google runs hundreds of active A/B tests on this interface. If you need to go beyond a few hundred queries a day, Decodo's web scraping API has a ready-made template for Google AI mode. It handles proxy management, fingerprinting, and captures automatically. That means you can focus on the data instead of the infrastructure. If the insights were useful, we have a dedicated blog post on the exact topic with additional methods and the full web scraping API walkthrough. The link is in the description. Take care and see you next time.